वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। अथ पंचमोऽध्यायः।
अथ पंचमोऽध्यायः।
Only that much. We have completed Panchamodhyaya, the last class. So we will do a quick summary. Then iti Panchamodhyaya. This Adhyaya, Panchama Adhyaya, has its basis as root on the fourth chapter, Chaturthodhyaya. In the fourth chapter, Bhagavan talked about Jnanam and Sannyasa. That's why that chapter is Jnana Karma Sannyasaha, Chaturthodhyaya. There he talked about the Jnani, by whose Jnanam, who jnanam, that karma are burnt. Like the shloka, Yasya sarve samarambhaha, 19th shloka of the 14th, the 4th chapter. Yasya sarve samarambhaha, kama sankalpa varjitaha, is without kama sankalpa, jnana vidagda karmanam, tamaguh panditam buddhaha, buddhaha tam panditam aguhu. He is a jnani who has burnt his karma by jnanam. Yasya sarve samarambhaha, all his undertakings are without kama. It is free from kama, not propelled by kama, not instigated by kama. And therefore, jnanagni karmanam, the karma, all his karma are burnt by jnanam. So therefore, sanchita karma, agami karma, even prarabdha karma also, kartritvam gone by jnanam. And further, Bhagavan glorified that he is nirashir yatachitta nirashir, next shloka, that is shloka number 21. Nirashir yatachittatma yakta sarva parigraha, is nirashi, without asha, free from asha, free from desires. Yatachittatma, because he is yatachittatma. Yataha chittam atma iti. Yatachittatma, chittam is manaha. So he is free from desires and he has complete mastery over his mind. He dictates the mind, not he is being dictated by the mind. The mind is the servant of him. Nirashi, he doesn't have asha, and tyakta sarva parigraha, that shows he is sannyasa, manasa sannyasa, or maybe a sannyasi, free from possessions. It's not free from possession. Free from possession may be a sannyasi, ashrama sannyasa. Free from the sense of possession, that is sannyasa. For that one need not be a ashrama sannyasi, and can be in any ashrama at the same time be a sannyasi. Free from the sense of possession. Tyakta sarva parigraha iti. And also yadricha labha santushtaha, he is happy with what he gains by chance. He is not after anything. Yadricha labha santushtaha. Whatever comes, whatever his karma brings him, that is santushtaha, is happy with that. Therefore he is not after anything. Yadricha labha santushtaha. Every day is yadricha labha santushtaha. Whatever bhiksha he gets today, whatever food, is happy with that. As Ramana Maharshi told a person, a foreigner, once he came, he was a great vairagi, gave up all of his earnings, millions of dollars he gave up and came to Ramana Maharshi, and being instructed by Ramana Maharshi, he took to the life of sannyasa. Maybe ashrama sannyasa or he take to sannyasa, but he led the life of a sannyasa. His vairagya so great. When he goes for begging, Ramana Maharshi gave him instruction. When you go for begging, when you get nice food, accept. When you get food which is not proper, that also you accept. When somebody gave him banana, which is rotten, that also he accepted. And that's why yadricha labha santushtaha. Whatever comes, he accepts. Doesn't go after anything. Somebody gave him, but somebody wanted to give bhiksha, but he had only banana which is rotten. That also this person accepted. Yadricha labha santushtaha. And he is dvandva atito vimatsaraha. Dvandva atitaha, not touched by shita, ushna, labha, alabha, shoka, all this shoka moha. Of course, shoka is because of samsara. Anyway, the shita, ushna, labha. So by that he is not touched. Therefore, is dvandva atitaha means not touched by pairs of opposites, therefore free from shoka. Vimatsaraha, free from jealousy. What is there for him to get jealous? Everything is myself, that jnanam he has. Therefore, he is not a competitor. Neither he is a competitor, nor somebody is a competitor for him. So therefore, Vimatsaraha enjoys complete freedom. He is free. Enjoys complete freedom. Freedom is his Swarupa. Therefore, Vimatsaraha. And finally, Bhagavan Krishna says, at the end of this, having said all this thing, now the point is, having said all this, this is how a sannyasi is. Having said all this, having told me this, all these things are strongly now entered the mind of Arjuna, instilled in the mind of Arjuna, that sannyasi is like this. Idrjala santushtaha, vimatsaraha, dvandvatitaha, tyakta sarva parigraha. Iti, having talked about this, then finally he says, Tasmad ajnana sambhuttam srastam jnanasinatmanaha chitvainam samshayam yogam atishto tishta bharata. He concluded by saying, hey Arjuna, you take to karma. You do karma, you fight this war. Having praised the sannyasi, now he says, you take to karma yoga. So that seems to be a contradiction. There is no contradiction in the statement of Sri Krishna, but Arjuna is not able to reconcile both these seemingly contradicting statements. Therefore, only the next chapter, if Arjuna had understood, the next chapter would not have come. Therefore, fourth chapter is the root, is the karanam, and fifth chapter is the karyam. Bhagavan Krishna talked about sannyasa. But what sannyasa is that? With regard to that, Arjuna has he had got some doubts, and therefore the statements of Arjuna seems to be contradictory for him. He is not able to reconcile. You praise sannyasa, the life of a sannyasa, then the life of sannyasa, the sannyasi leads, and you are asking me to take to karma yoga. So then therefore only this question comes. Sannyasam karmanam Krishna, punar yogam cha shamsasi, yachreyo yetayo rekam, tanme brugi surishtitam, yata shreyaha tatu me brugi. Again he's asking the same thing what he asked the second chapter. Yachreyasya nishchitam brugi tanme shishyastegam shadimam tvam prapannam iti, what he asked the second chapter. He surrendered to Krishna and asked for Shreyas. Now the same thing is asking, please tell me for sure that which is good for me. Shreyas for me. It is Shreyaha. Here Shreyas means that which is good for me. Yeah, because sannyasam karmanam Krishna. Sannyasam you praise. Karmanam sannyasam. Karmanam sannyasam, karma sannyasa you praise. Punar yogam cha, and again you praise yoga. You praise any one. You are saying both are great. This is good, that is also good. This is good, that is also good, then which one I will choose? Should I choose the life which is karma yoga, which is karma yoga life, the active life, or should I choose a life of sannyasa, a secluded life? Which one should I choose? This is again, he had not understood what he had taught in the third chapter. Lokesmin dividha nishta pura prokta mayanaha. Jnana yogena sankyanam karma yogena yogena viti. Two different lifestyles, Bhagavan Krishna said, were taught by me. Two different lifestyles. Lifestyles are different. Two lifestyles, but the goal is same. Ashrama sannyasa is one, and karma yoga is another one. Both are different lifestyles. Ashrama sannyasa is characterized by the sannyasa ashrama, chaturtha ashrama, in the ashrama. And karma yoga is, sannyasi can be a karma yogi, and karma yoga is that grihastha, being in the grihastha ashrama, a person can follow karma yoga and prepare oneself for jnanam, that is karma yoga. So, therefore, there are two types of Shrestha. One is sannyasa, that lifestyle of sannyasa, the lifestyle from which, the lifestyle taking which you detach, you withdraw from the active life, you lead a life of seclusion. That is lifestyle of sannyasa, that is meant exclusively for the pursuit of knowledge. And the lifestyle of karma yoga, which involves action, which the other ashrama, grihastha ashrama, which a grihastha ashrami can do follow, which is in keeping with grihastha ashrama. That is, a sannyasi cannot be active. Taking to sannyasa is meant for jnana. Therefore, minimum karma or no karma. Minimum karma. No karma means no agni karma. No agni karya you cannot do. You cannot perform any yaga, homa and all. You can do only minimum karma, the karma required to sustain the body. Therefore, only even doesn't cook, he goes for bhiksha and spends his entire time in the pursuit of jnanam, shastra shravanam, mananam, nididhyasanam. That is because he doesn't have any responsibility. He has given up, not away, he has given up his possession and as well as family, therefore sannyasa. But a karma yogi, a grihastha cannot be like that. He is supposed to do a lot of activities. He is a responsible person, got a family commitments, family responsibilities are there, a lot of actions, karma he has to do. At the same time, he is a mumukshu also. So being that ashrama, he can find time to listen to shastram and he can pursue jnanam also. So therefore, you can be a sannyasi or you can be a karma yogi. Two lifestyles. Lifestyles are different, whether it's a sannyasi or karma yogi. Both their destination is moksha only. You can choose any of the lifestyle, but choosing sannyasa lifestyle involves maturity. One has to be ready to live with oneself. You don't have any support. You don't have anyone whom with you can share what you feel. You have to share with yourself. That all those things are involved. So it's not that much easy. If one is prepared, that is fine. Otherwise, one can be in the grihastha ashrama and do karma yoga, have commitment to moksha, and therefore one can pursue karma yoga. So, therefore, in both lifestyles are different, but the commitment is, but the goal is moksha only. In both the lifestyles, whether it is it's ashrama sannyasa, that is ashrama sannyasa lifestyle, or karma yoga lifestyle, that is the grihastha ashrama. In both the lifestyle, the person is a karta, bhokta only. Both the lifestyle, the person is a samsari only. Whether he is a karma yogi or he is a sannyasi. So karma yogi means the one who does karma. Sannyasi is who has given up karma. So karma yogi, I take it as grihastha ashrama for this context, grihastha ashrama, and he is a mumukshu. And sannyasi who has given up karma, taken to the lifestyle of sannyasa, is pursues jnana. So therefore sannyasi or the grihastha ashrami, both are mumukshus, but the lifestyles are different, the goal is same. Fine, that being so, but both are karta or not, both are karta. Grihastha ashrami is a karta, sannyasi is also a karta. Grihastha ashrami is a bhokta, sannyasi also a bhokta. And both are samsari only, because kartrutvam, bhoktrutvam is there. In both the lifestyle, the person enjoys kartrutva, bhoktrutva. Therefore, samsari only. Therefore, lifestyle doesn't give moksha. Lifestyle doesn't give moksha. Lifestyle is meant for leading the life in keeping with one's the setup, mind setup. If one is prepared, take the sannyasa. Otherwise, one can very well be Grihastha and pursue jnanam. Jnanam is what makes a difference. Lifestyle doesn't make difference. Lifestyle cannot give moksha. Lifestyle is only a setup. Setup cannot give moksha. What gives moksha is only jnanam. Therefore, whichever lifestyle you lead, whether you lead a life of karma yoga or whether you lead a life of sannyasa, whichever lifestyle you lead, moksha is only through jnanam. Unless this jnanam, atma jnanam is gained, unless one discovers agam akarta abhokta, agam asamsari, one cannot gain moksha. Jnanam is not there, then moksha not there. Therefore, lifestyle doesn't give moksha. Jnanam only gives moksha. And moksha is in the form of aham akarta, abhokta, aham asamsari. Aham asamsari atma, that discovery, that knowledge. Therefore, there is a choice. There is a choice in choosing the lifestyle. But there is no choice with regard to moksha. That is only through jnana. So, therefore, only you can choose any of the lifestyle. Therefore, choice is there with regard to the lifestyle, but not to jnana. The renunciation of this body, mind, identification, sangata is sannyasa, that is vidvat sannyasa. That is vidvat sannyasa. That is, you have the jnanam, aham sharirat binnaha, shariramana sangatebhyaha binnaha, atma iti, that jnanam is there. That jnanam is there, because of which you are completely disassociated with the body, even though you enjoy, you perform action with the body, but you don't have abhimana with the body. Body problems are not your problems. You don't have problem. You are free from problem. That jnanam is there, that is sannyasa. That is vidvat sannyasa. Without taking to sannyasa, the person is sannyasa. If he takes sannyasa, it's called vidvat sannyasa, ashrama sannyasa. But if he has not taken to sannyasa, but he has his jnanam, then he is a sannyasi only. Whatever ashrama he leads, he is a sannyasi only. This sannyasi, even though he's not a sannyasi, but we call him sannyasi because of his jnanam, he can be a grihastha also. He can be a grihastha. He can lead a karma yoga lifestyle, no problem. Because he has got jnanam. And yes, he knows aham akarta abhokta. So what karma can do? Karma cannot touch his jnanam. In keeping with the varna and ashrama, he performs karma, but he is a sannyasi only. So, in keeping with the varna ashrama, the person performs karma and he is a sannyasi, nitya sannyasi. Whereas a person take to ashrama sannyasa, chaturtha ashrama, but no jnanam. Jnanam not there. Jnanam not there, but that person cannot take to karma which a grihastha does, that he cannot take to. He has given up, that is only physical given up, physical sannyasa. He has given up, but only physically he has given up. He has not given up by jnanam. Therefore, he does karma, minimum karma, like seva, etc., social work, etc., also studies, both goes. That is recommended for the ashrama sannyasa, one who is not prepared. Actually, ashrama sannyasa is no karma, only exclusive study, only pursuit of jnanam only. But this seva, etc., and all allowed. So that person, because he is a mumukshu, therefore he can take to such activities, which is reaching out activities, and that is we call it as karma yoga. The person can do ashrama sannyasi. Really, that is not for sannyasi, but anyway, he is a mumukshu, therefore, and also not ready for, and also he is not taken to grasta ashrama, therefore he is taken to ashrama sannyasa, not completely ready for the pursuit of jnanam, therefore, with sannyasa he can do. That allowance is given. But really, ashrama sannyasa is free from karma. He gives up karma, physical giving up. So therefore, here, seeing the two lifestyle, comparing the two lifestyle, there is no difference. There is seemingly there is difference in lifestyle, but the end is same. The end is goal is one only, moksha only. There are differences. Of course, there are differences in the lifestyle. That one have choice in choosing that, but there is no choice with regard to jnanam to become a vidvat sannyasa. To become a vidvat sannyasa. What I mean by vidvat sannyasa is not a sannyasa. Really, it is manasa sannyasa. Manasika sannyasa. That is the goal. Therefore only Bhagavan advises here, Arjuna, you be in the society. You be in the society. You be with the samuha, and in keeping with your varna and ashrama, do karma, and become a vidvat sannyasi. You gain jnanam without taking to sannyasa ashrama, be a sannyasi. That is what Bhagavan Krishna said. But Arjuna did not understand. He took the sannyasa to be ashrama sannyasa. Ashrama sannyasa is give up the grihastha ashrama and take the sannyasa ashrama away. Go away. Therefore only Arjuna sees contradiction in the teaching of Krishna. Therefore only this question comes. Karmanam sannyasam shamsasi punaha yogam cha iti. You praise sannyasa and yoga, asking me to do karma yoga. This contradiction in the mind of Arjuna, because he had not understood what Bhagavan Krishna said. Therefore, as an answer to this question, the teaching starts in this chapter. And Bhagavan Krishna very clearly says in the beginning, starting from the shloka number 2 to 6. Once again he says, introduces the two lifestyles, Sankhya Yoga and Karma Yoga. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam, Karma Yogena Yoginam. The two lifestyles what he introduced. The same, it says here, either of the lifestyle, any of the lifestyle can help a person getting moksha. How? Through jnanam. Therefore, what is required is jnanam. What is required in both the lifestyle, whether it is sannyasa lifestyle or grihastha ashrama, sannyasa lifestyle is Sankhya, grihastha ashrama lifestyle is yoga, karma yoga. What is required in both the lifestyle is one has to be relatively free from ragadvesha. Ragadvesha is free from ragadvesha is important condition for Atma Jnanam. Therefore, he recommends Arjuna, hey Arjuna, you take to this active life. Sannyasa karma yogascha. He says, Sannyasa karma yogascha nishreya sakaragubau. Both are nishreya sakarav. There is no doubt. Both are meant for moksha. Tayogo karma sannyasat karma yoga vishishyate. Karma sannyasa is ashrama sannyasa. Karma yoga is better. Compared to ashrama sannyasa, karma yoga is better because in ashrama sannyasa, you don't have any means. You don't have any means to refine yourself, to chisel yourself. In Karma Yoga lifestyle, you can chisel, you can refine the sharp corners. But in Karma Sannyasa, you don't have. You are away from the society, away from the family. There is less interaction or no interaction. So you don't have any chance to correct yourself. You don't have chance to refine yourself, chisel the rough corners. Once rough corners, raga, dvesha, etc. That you don't have. But in Karma Yoga, you have. In Karma Yoga, being in the world, work in the world, and by that you develop all the qualities required for the pursuit of jnanam, shama, dhamma, etc. You can develop more and more, become an adhikari. You can develop adhikaritvam. That is what channeling. You can develop adhikaritvam, but it's a karma sannyasa. You are an adhikari and enter into karma sannyasa. But if you're not, then you will suffer in karma sannyasa. But here in karma yoga, you have a lot of scope for developing yourself. So therefore, even though both the lifestyles are meant for moksha, there is no difference. But karma sannyasa, karma yoga vishishyate, Arjuna, for you. This is specific to Arjuna, and therefore for Arjuna like us. It is contextual. Suppose if a person is an adhikari and he has got tibra vairagyam, mumukshu, then for him karma sannyasa is recommended. Not that everybody should take to karma yoga. That's why it's contextual. Here the teaching is given to Arjuna, who is an active person. He had been active so long, and suddenly in the battlefield, something happens. The misplaced compassion. He could not see the opponents as his enemies. He saw them as his own kith and kin. Therefore, only the sannyasa thought came. Not wanting to kill them, wanted to take sannyasa. Not really wanted to take sannyasa for jnana. He is not ready. Therefore, karma yoga is recommended for him. It is contextual. So it is not really a comparison. But if a yogya purusha comes and us, then acharya knows, the teacher knows, the guru accordingly advises. So here, most of us are like Arjuna, therefore karma sannyasat, karma yoga is better. Karma yoga vishishyate iti, he says. And know that person to be nitya sannyasi, who is free from raga dvesha, na dveshti na kankshati. Whichever lifestyle, what does it matter? He is free from raga dvesha. That is the important condition. Therefore, free from raga dvesha, that is important, and that can develop being a karma yogi. And therefore, Sankhya Yoga Pratak Balaha, Sankhya and Yoga, the lifestyle of Sankhya and Yoga, both are meant for moksha only. But those who see the difference, they are really they are ignorant, they don't know. They are pratak balaha iti panditaha vadanti. Taking to one, ubayor vindate palam. Ekamapyasitas samyak, ubayor vindate palam. Ekamapyasitas samyak. Being the person who follows either one of he gains the knowledge, the result of both. The result of both is that which is attained by ashrama sannyasa is attained by the lifestyle of karma yoga. Lifestyle is different, the end is same. Therefore, being in one, you can attain the goal. That is the idea. So therefore, from the second shloka up to the sixth shloka, he says, on the sixth shloka, he says, Sannyasastu mahabaho dukkam aptum ayogataha. Very important. For those who are not prepared, sannyasa, it becomes difficult, the lifestyle becomes difficult. Therefore, yoga yuktaha munir brahma achirenadi gacchati. Whereas a person who is committed to yoga, karma yoga, he gains brahma through jnanam easily. Therefore, karma yoga is better. Iti from 1 to 6. Karma yoga is recommended for Arjuna. And from the shloka number 8 to 21, accepting some shlokas in between, like 10 to 12 shlokas, where Bhagavan Krishna, he discusses the characteristics of a jnani and his jnana. Jnani and his jnanam. This, since a jnani, he has known himself to be that Atma, therefore, that Atma never does any karma. Naiva kinchit karomiti. Atma doesn't do any karma. Akarta, abhokta, samsari, Atma. What does it do? Doesn't do anything. Therefore, sarva karmani manasa sanyasyaste sukam vashi navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvanna karayan iti. The 30th shloka is said that sannyasi, that jnani, the wise man, he doesn't act. Naiva kurvanna karayan. Neither he acts nor he causes anybody to act. Instigate any person to act, instigate any action. That is 13th shloka. Nakartratvam na karmani lokasya srajati prabhu. Nakarma pala sanyogam sabhavastu pravartate. Atma doesn't have kartratvam. This jnani, who is one with Atma doesn't have kartratvam. Therefore, this person doesn't have kartratvam. Jnani doesn't have kartratvam. Therefore, no kartratvam, neither doership nor for any result. Karma pala, karmani, na kartruttam na karmani, not for any action, nor for the karma pala, is not connected to any karma pala. Karma na karma pala sanyogam. That is the characteristics of a jnani. Because of ajnanam, because of ignorance only, one is deluded. Because of ajnanam, ajnanena vritam jnanam tena mugyanti jantavaha. Jantavaha ajnanena jnanam avrutam, therefore they suffer, they are deluded. But when that jnanam is destroyed, when the ajnanam is destroyed by jnanam, when the ajnanam is destroyed by jnanam, jnanena tu tadajnanam tesham nashitamatmanaha tesham aditavat jnanam prakashayati tatparam. When that ajnanam is destroyed, self-ignorance is destroyed by jnanam, self-knowledge, then that param brahma becomes evident as myself. And that is what a jnani is. Jnani has discovered that Brahma to be myself by Shravanam, Manam and Nididhyasam. Therefore, he revels in that Brahma. Therefore, being Brahma, being Atma, Brahma Atma, being free from impurities, therefore, he attains mukti. What mukti? Videga mukti. Tad buddhaya sadatmanaha tanrishta stattarayanaha gachanti apunaravrittim. He reaches that from which there is no return. It means Videha Mukti. Gachanti apunaravrittim jnana nirdhuta kalmashaha. Being free from impurities. This avidya, kama, karma, all these are impurities. Being free from that, he reaches that from which there is no return. That is, he gains mukti. While living, he is free. Jivan muktaha. And after maranam, Videka mukti. So therefore, jnani is free, ever free. Iti, the characteristics of the jnani and his jnanam is talked about in all these shlokas. And the jnani and atma, they are not different. Sometimes jnani is talked about, sometimes atma is talked about. Because there is no difference between jnani and atma. Jnani has discovered himself to be atma. Atma is akarta abhokta, therefore jnani is akarta abhokta. Therefore only he says, naiva kinchit karomiti, I don't do anything. Naiva kinchit karomiti, yukto manyeta tatvita, pashyan shrinvan sprasan jigdan, ashnan gachan swapan shwasan, pralapan visajan grindan, unmishan nimishan napiti. A list of activities are given. There is a constant interaction between indriyani and indriya vishaya. Karmas are being done, but jnani says, Na eva kinchit akam karomi. I don't do anything. Indriyana indriyarteshu pravartante. Indriyas interact with indriya vishaya. What is that for me? Iti jnani, characteristic of jnani is talked about. And also, when he does karma, Brahmani adaya karmani sangam tektva karotyaha lipyase nasa papena patmapatra ivambasa kagena manasa buddhya kevalairindrayapi yoginaha karma kurvanti sangam tektva atma shuddhaye. Here it is for the advice is given for the yogi, karma yogi. Yoginaha karma kurvanti sangam tektva atma shuddhaye. Yogi, they do karma, sangam tektva, giving up the karma. Sangha karma pala sangha kagena manasa buddhya kevalaihi indrehi api yoginaha karma kurvanti. Yogis, they do karma, giving up attachment sangha for what? Atma shuddhaye, for the purification of the atma. Atma is mind. Antakarna shuddhaye karma kurvanti. Antakarna shuddhi is required. Mind has to be ready. Therefore, for preparation of the mind, they do karma yoga. They do karma yoga iti. And therefore, the one who performs karma, giving up sangha, offering all the action unto Brahma, Brahmani adaya, Brahmana adaya karmani, sangam tyaktva eka karoti, is not touched by papa, like the water doesn't get stick to the lotus leaf. So, like that, unattached. He remains unattached. He offers all the karma unto Brahma. Brahma is akarta bhokta. Akam atma akarta bhokta. That is the offering. So whatever to be done, that he does with akartva bhoktatva, that jnana. Backed up by this jnanam, whatever to be done is a karma yogi, not a sannyasi. So therefore, leading the life of karma yoga, that is for atma shuddhi, antakarna shuddhi. Then keeping the mind in Brahma, Brahmani adaya, he does karma. Therefore is not touched by papa, any papa. Brahmani adaya karmani karma karoti. Therefore is not touched by any papa. Iti a jnani, a vidvat sannyasi, not ashrama sannyasi. He has an attitude of a sannyasi. He can very well lead a life of karma yoga. That is, he can very well be in grastha ashrama and be a sannyasi. It is talked about. Then having talked about this, then further in the 18th shloka, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, Brahmane Gavyastini, Shunischaiva Shapakecha, Panditaha is Jnanam, his attitude is Jnanam, his Nishtha is talked about. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, Brahmane, in the Brahmana, in the cow, in the Astini, elephant, and Shunischaiva Shapakecha, in the Chandala, in Panditaha Samadarshana, he sees Brahma in everything. Seeing everything not physically. Nama Rupa, in terms of Nama Rupa, they are different. In terms of Nama Rupa, they are different. But all they have that existence in which that Brahma, that is one, and that is one that Jnanam he has, therefore doesn't see difference. Brahma meaning, Brahma is because of Brahma, these Nama Rupas are sustained. Nama Rupas are many, but Brahma is not many. There are no many Brahmans, only Ekam Brahma eva. Therefore, not carried over by the different Nama Rupas. Some Nama Rupas are pleasant, some Nama Rupa like Shunishcheva Shapakecha, the Chandala, even though the Nama Rupa is not that much pleasant for perception, but Panditaha not carried over by Nama Rupa. They are Samadarshinaha. With regard to them, Samadarshinaha, because he sees the same Brahma everywhere. He sees the same Brahma everywhere. It doesn't carried over by the Nama Rupa. Iti. And also, this Jnani is not is neither elated nor depressed. Is neither elated nor depressed. Na pragrishit priyam prapya. Na udvijet prapya cha apriyam. And nirdosham is samam brahma. Tasmat brahmanite stitaha avastitaha. Though the prarabdha may bring some favorable situations or unfavorable situations, but jnani is not elated nor depressed. Na pragrishit priyam prapya na pragrishit. Apriyam prapya na udvijit. So, being either he is active in the society or vidra, he enjoys what? He enjoys that samam brahma. He enjoys that brahma. So, for that person, igaiva taigita sargaha, yesham samye stitam manaha, igaiva, here itself, iha referring to asmin loke here itself, tairitaha, that iha eva, that marana, that janana marana samsara is won over by this person here itself. So therefore, mukti is not after marana. Mukti is here itself. That is by the knowledge. Therefore, Brahma, which is free from dirdosha, it is sama, it is same in one and all. Therefore, only Vidyavaniya Sampanne Brahmane Gaviyastani, having known that Brahmaiva Bhavati, Brahmanite Avastitaha, having known is Brahma, having known Aham Brahma, it remains Brahma. Having known Brahma, it becomes Brahma. It becomes, means he was Abrahma before. He is Brahma all the time. He is Brahma all the time. But because of Ajnanam, Agam Brahma, Jagat Karanam Brahma, that Jnanam not being there, therefore the person takes oneself to be a samsari and suffers. It is self-imposed. Samsaritvam is self-imposed. It is superimposed by Ajnanam. Jnanam, what it does is removes that. And therefore discovery of oneself to be that who is free from impurity, the same, and therefore he has got samadarshinaha, panditaha, samadarshinaha. Iti, the jnanam is talked about. Jnani talked about, then the jnanam, the jnanam is talked about. The jnanam is jnanam with jnanam of Brahma, and Brahma is the one who has this jnanam. The jnani is characteristics, and the jnanam, which is Brahma, and Brahma is nirdosham. It is samam iti. Brahma is talked about. And for which jnanam, Brahma jnanam, what is required? Vairagya is required. Unless a person is free from the sensual pleasures, he cannot enjoy this ananda, this swarupa ananda. Here ananda means it is not ananda derived from external source. It is oneself. One cannot enjoy this swarupa ananda. Therefore, a viveki, what he is supposed to do is sansparshaja bhogaha, eki sansparshaja bhogaha, dukkha yonaya evate, adyantavanta kaunteya, nateshu ramate buddha viveki. He knows the dukkham, sukha dukkha, they come and go. It is because of the contact of the sense organs with the sense vishaya. It is all contact bond. And he knows the contact bond pleasures are not permanent. Therefore, samsparshaja bhogaha, they are the cause for sorrow. Dukkha yonayaha iti buddhaha. Therefore, naramante teshu. They don't revel in the Vishayananda. They know that Vishayananda have got the source. Adyantavantaha. They come and they go. Therefore, teshu buddhaha naramate. Therefore, they give up. That shows a vairagya. Vairagya is emphasized here. Vairagya is required for this jnana. Vairagya is turning away from the craving for the sensual pleasures. Therefore, kama and subsequently krodha. Because a person under the influence of kama and krodha, he cannot pursue jnanam. Therefore, one must be sufficiently equipped with the ability to handle and kama and krodha. A man of self-control. He can only even enjoy this life. What to talk about pursuing jnanam and therefore moksha. Therefore, further it is said in the 23rd shloka, Shaknoti hayavaya sodum raksharira vimokshanad kamakrodot bhavam vegam sayuktaha sasuki narha. That manusya is suki and is yuktaha is a sane person. Sayuktaha sasuki naraha is suki, and he is integrated person, is a sane person, yuktaha. Because Shaknoti hayavaya sodum, who can master, who can handle the force of kama and krodha. Kama krododbhavam vegam, the force of kama and krodha, one who is able to handle here itself. Praksharira moksha, before getting released from this body, not maranantaram, here itself. That person is a yogi, karma yogi, and he is a sukhi, yuktaha yogi, sane person. And he is a Sasuki Naraha, is an happy person. So, at least to lead a life of sanity, the person needs this vairagya. And it's all the more required for jnana. Therefore, yuktaha, you can take it as karma yogi, or generally taking it is to be a sane person. Sayuktaha Sasuki Naraha is half free. 50% is free. Another 50%, having released oneself from the force of the kama and krodha, taking into karma yoga, the person taking into karma yoga, becoming yogya, and by pursuing jnanam, one can be free, but very well being established in the Gastha life itself. That is the idea. So, therefore, vairagya is emphasized. Whichever lifestyle, vairagya is required. Ashrama lifestyle, it is more required. If vairagya is not there, the person may turn away from the ashrama, sannyasa ashrama. But for karma yogi, there is no problem because he is in the grihastha ashrama. Therefore, he has all the chances. He has all the chances and opportunities to equip himself sufficiently with vairagya. So, and one who is able to handle the force of kama and krodha, leading this life, active life, that person is sukhi. That person is really an happy person. And he is a yuktaha, self-controlled person. Self-controlled, and therefore he enjoys the life. Iti. Then the next topic in this chapter is 24th to 26th shloka, talks about Videka Mukti. The Videka Mukti, Jivan Mukti. It is only Mukti. Why is only one Mukti? It is only from the standpoint. Jivan Mukti, Jivan Muktaha, Jivan Eva Muktaha, Jivan Muktaha. That Mukti is Jivan Mukti. Videha Mukti is without Deha. Without Deha, that is free from Deha. That is after Maranam. While living is free, and after Maranam, it continues to be free. So, therefore, that is said here. Yontas Sukontara Ramaha, Tatantar Jyotirevaya, Sayogi Brahma Nirvanam, Brahma Bhuto Adhikachati iti. That is, Yaha, whose Sukha is Antaha, who is happiness, is himself. Yaha Antaha Sukha, Yasya Sukam Antaha. Antaha, one who finds Sukam, the fulfillment in oneself. Then Antararamaha, who revels in oneself. He doesn't revel in Vishaya, he revels in himself, Atma. Tataha Antarjyotihi, whose mind is awakened to this Jyoti, this Atma, who is awake to himself. That person is a yogi, sayogi. Here yogi is, that person is a jnani. Why? Because we translate this yogi as jnani, because Brahma Nirvanam, sayogi Brahma Nirvanam, Brahma Bhutaha Adhikachati, Brahma Bhutaha San, Brahma Nirvanam Adhikachati. Being Brahma, knowing himself to be Brahma, Brahma Nirvanam, that is Videka Mukti, Adhikachati. Knowing Brahma is Brahma. Jivan Muktaha. Jivan Muktaha son. Videha Muktim Prapnoti. He revels in himself and is pure-minded, and therefore, and that is said in that shloka, Chinnadvaidaha labante Brahma Nirvanam. Rasheha Kshina Kalmashaha. Chinnadvaida Yatatmanaha. Sarvabhuta Hite Rataha. Kamakruta Vyuktanam Itinam Itachetasam. Avito Brahma Nirvanam. Vartate Viditatmanam. Here Brahma Nirvanam is moksha. That is Videha Mukti. In this chapter, 5th chapter here, Nirvanam, the word is used. It means Videha Mukti is talked about. So, while living, Jivan Muktaha son, Kshina Kalmashaha, being pure, being free from all the impurities, is Avidya Kama Karma, that is because of Jnanam. Chinnadvaidaha, having freed himself from all the doubts, doubt-free knowledge. Therefore, Nishta is talked about. Chinnadvaidaha, there is no doubts. Mananam, and therefore Nishta. Nididhyasanam is Nishta, has got Nishta in this Jnanam. Yes, assimilated this Jnanam very well. Therefore, he never again gets caught in this samsara. He never mistakes Atma to be Anatma. That therefore Chinnadvaidaha, that Jnanam which is free from doubts, doubt-free knowledge. Yatatmanaha Sarvabhuta Hite Rataha, who is interested in the welfare of all the beings, who has got love for all beings, because he sees himself everywhere, not different from others. And therefore, having gained this knowledge, doubtless knowledge, therefore he gains oneness with Brahma. Brahma Nirvanam. Brahma Nirvanam. Abhitaha Brahma Nirvanam. Abhitaha is in both ways. Before, after. Before Maranam, that is while living, Brahma Nirvanam Vartate. And after Maranam, Brahma Nirvanam Vartate. Kasya Kesham Viditatmanam. Kamakruta Vyuktanam Itinam Etachetasam. For the one who is free from Kamakruta, that is by Jnanam, Etachetasam, who has got the Chetas, the mind. Etachetasam, he has got complete mastery over his mind. Shama. So, the one who is endowed with Shama, Dhamma, etc., that is Adhikari, Purusha, when he gains Jnanam through Shravanam, and doubt-free Jnanam, that is Mananam, and he has got Nishta in this Jnanam, Nididhyasanam. Therefore, Abhitaha Brahma Nirvanam Vartate Viditatmanam. For the one who has understood this Atma, for him, Abhitaha Brahma Nirvanam Muktihi Vartate, Mokshaha Vartate Ityartaha. Up to this, having talked about this up to here, the doubt of Arjuna is clarified. Then as an introduction to the next chapter, the last three shlokas, he gives a brief introduction to Dhyanam. That is going to be the topic of the next chapter. Bhagavan Krishna said, the Chinnadvaida, that is doubtless knowledge. That doubtless knowledge, that Jnanam which is free from doubts. How to gain that? That is gained by Shravanam and Mananam. Jnanam by Shravanam and doubts are removed by Mananam. The Agam Shariram, that Sharir Abhimana is that Sharir Abhimana doesn't allow the person to enjoy its Swarupam, Atma Swarupam. Therefore, to be aware of himself all the time, the meditation is recommended. Here, what meditation? Here, meditation is to make this Jnanam steady. It's for assimilating the Jnanam. For assimilating the Jnanam, this meditation is recommended. Therefore, it is Nididhyasana. About meditation, we will talk about the next chapter. Meditation means is focusing your mind on a thing. Vijatiya Pravaha, Vijatiya Pratyaya, Anantarita Sajatiya Pratyaya Pravaha is called meditation. That is, the thoughts are regulated. The thoughts are regulated to the Dhyaya Vishaya, to the exclusion of other thoughts. There should be only the thoughts with regard to the object of meditation. That is called dhyana. Therefore, vijatiya pratyaya, the pratyaya, the thoughts other than the object of meditation, they are not allowed. They are not allowed in meditation because you are focusing only on the dhyaya vishaya. Therefore, you are entertaining thoughts only with regard to the dhyaya vishaya. Therefore, vijatiya pratyaya anantarita sajatiya pratyaya prabhagaha is called dhyanam, meditation. Now here we are talking about dhyanam. What dhyanam is that? Is here the dhyanam is for gaining nishta. So what have been heard through Shravanam and what had been made steady, what had been made steady free from errors, that jnanam is deliberately brought in. The words are brought in and the meaning of the words, like agam, the nityaha, avyayaha, iti, the words, the meaning, seeing the meaning of the words as oneself. Seeing the meaning of the words as oneself, because we have used the word agam so frequently before, taking that to be this body, mind, senses, that abhimana is so strong. Therefore, that habitual orientation is there that will prevent a person from enjoying the ananda of oneself. Therefore, deliberately bringing in the words and the meaning of the words, the thought of the words and the meaning of the thought, entertaining deliberately the meaning of what you have heard, meaning of the words of what you have heard in Shravanam, and discovering that meaning to be yourself. Already that is discovered in Shravanam, but you see in meditation the meaning of those words to be you. That is deliberately done. It is not why deliberately done, because it is not by nididhyasanam you get moksha. Moksha is Shravana matrena moksha bhavati. Shastram being a pramanam, when it is handled, pramana aparesha, pramana vyapara happened, then moksha should happen. There is no question of not being free. But still one may complain that I don't find myself to be free, myself to be a mukta purusha, because of this habitual orientation, this viparita bhavana, and the samshaya viparita bhavana is that to handle that only mananam and nididhyasanam. Mananam for removing the doubts, viparya, and nididhyasanam is for by viparita bhavana. You have to bring in the thoughts contrary to the thoughts which you have allowed before. The thoughts samsarika, otherwise thoughts of samsara means agam shariram, agam, this sharira mana sangataha, these thoughts have dominated all our life. So that agam is, which is so strongly associated with the sharira mana sangata, without which this agam we cannot imagine of. Now all those have to be replaced by the words of the Shastram. When I say agam atma, agam shuddhaha, agam nityaha, agam satyaha, agam avyayaha, and there is no maranam, iti, the meaning of those words, you have to see the meaning of those words to be yourself. Therefore, those words, what you have heard in Shravanam, they are remembered. That is why it is called nididhyasanam. Recollection of what you have heard and seeing the meaning of them as yourself. This is to remove the previous vasana, that previous orientation. That is called nididhyasanam. So whether it is meditation or nididhyasanam, meditation is focusing on a vishaya, dhyaya vishaya, and nididhyasanam, where the object of meditation is you. That is the difference between meditation and nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam we can translate as contemplation. So meditation and contemplation, the dhyaya vishayas are different. The object of meditation is different. In meditation, the object of meditation could be a form, could be a rupam of a devata, or could be pranava also, onkara, the sound you can meditate on, and that is meditation. Whereas in Nididhyasanam, you meditate on the words of the Shastram and see through it, that to be yourself. Even the Omkara also can be taken and meditated to see that meaning of Omkara is you. Omkara is Brahma, that Agam Brahma. So that is Nididhyasana. So that is the difference between meditation and Nididhyasana. Nididhyasana, again, it is not for moksha. Nididhyasana is only to remove the Viparita Bhavana. The Viparita Bhavana is that habitual orientation. That for so many janmas we have been carrying that orientation, that abhimana with the shariram. That alone is a cause for samsara. Therefore, that to drive away that, one has to deliberately entertain the thoughts of oneself. That oneself, how to entertain oneself, the thoughts of oneself. That is with the help of the words of the Shastra. That is Shavanam is precedes. Shavanam precedes Nididhyasana. One cannot do Nididhyasana without Mananam. Therefore, Mananam followed by Shavanam, followed by Mananam, then Nididhyasana. Therefore, Nididhyasana comes later, after Shavanam only. Before Shavanam, how can you do Nididhyasana? So Nididhyasana is after Shavanam. Shavanam followed by Mananam. If there are doubts, if there are no doubts, then Nididhyasana. Then having the Nididhyasana, the person gets Nishta. The person gets Nishta. That is for the Nididhyasana, here certain steps are recommended. Certain steps are recommended, having withdrawn all the sense organs. Sparshan krutva, bhagirbhagyan, chakshush shaivantare bruvoho. And also prana samo krutva, regulate the breathing, inhalation, exhalation, and also being free from desire, fear, and anger. Being free from desire, anger, and fear, one should meditate on oneself, Nididhyasana, with the desire for freedom, moksha. Vikatyecha bhaya krodaha, yasada mukta evasaha, yatendriya manobuddhihi. Yatendriya is dhamma, buddhihi is shama. Munir mokshaha parayanaha, munihi here is referring to this person, is mananashinaha, munihi. He deliberately entertains the thoughts of Atma for Mananam as well as Nididhyasana. Therefore, Munihi is moksha parayanaha, his commitment towards moksha, and he is free from Icha, Bhaya, Krodha. Therefore, there is nothing to disturb him. Therefore, withdrawing the sense organs, being free from desire, fear, and anger. Therefore, one should meditate on Atma. One should meditate on Brahmatma. Sparshan krutva bhagirbhagyan. Having kept the sense organs outside, away from sense objects, away from sense organs. Having sense objects are anyway outside. Keep the sense objects away. It means withdrawing the sense organs. And by regulating the breath, one should meditate. Such a yogi, meditator, he becomes, what happens to him? That is said in the Palam. The Palam of this Nididhyasanam is said. What is that? It is moksha. It is moksha. That is said in the shloka number 28. Bhaktaram yajnatapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram sugradam sarvabhutanam shantim Nyatva mam shantim richati. Knowing me gets shanti. What is this shanti? This shanti is Atma Shanti. One gets shanti. One becomes free from samsara. Free from samsara is a shanti. He becomes muktaha. Mukti is a shanti. Nyatva mam. Knowing me whom? Krishna. Here, me is knowing that Nirgunam Brahma. That Nirgunam Brahma is Agamasmi iti Nyatva Shantim. Richati. The Shanti, that is Mukti, Richati. Richati, Gachati. There is no really going. Attains where? Here itself. That is why Jivan Mukti. Jivan eva Muktaha, liberated forever. Videha Mukti, Maranantaramapi Muktaha Bhavati. This chapter is concluded. So many topics are talked about, covered in this chapter. The two lifestyles talked about, Sankhya and Yoga, and their comparison talked about, and Karma Yoga is emphasized. Karma Yoga is emphasized from the standpoint of the Arjuna, the context here. Therefore, Karma Yoga is emphasized here. And Vidvat Sannyasi, the sannyasa, that Jnana Sannyasa is talked about, and the Jnanam of the sannyasi also talked about, and Vairagyam is much emphasized. Vairagyam, Mumukshutvam, two important qualities which are emphasized. Yegi sansparshaja bhogaha dukkha yona hevate, that Vairagyam is important. Vairagyam is not that the person will be taken over by Kama, and Kama is such a strong force which will take him away from the moksha pursuit. Therefore, Vairagyam and Videha Mukti. Jivan Mukti, Videha Mukti. And finally, some Upadesha on how to meditate. How to meditate. Meditation is talked about. Here meditation is Nididhyasanam. For Nididhyasanam and Dhyanam, the preparatory steps are same. The preparatory steps are same. That is going to be talked about the next chapter. Whether you do contemplation on Atma, Nididhyasanam, or you do meditation on any vastu, dhyaya vastu, any object of meditation, the preparation is same. You should prepare the asana. You should prepare the asana. You should do pranayama and make your breathing. You make your breathing calm. Let it not fluctuate. Relatively, making the breathing normal, making it steady. So all these are preparation. That preparation is common for both meditation and Nididhyasanam. These are the Antaranga, the Bhagiranga and Antaranga. So for meditation you will see, is classified into Antaranga and Bhagiranga. So preparatory steps are common. And the purpose is different. There's a huge difference in the purpose of this both. Meditation is for focusing on the dhyaya. Nididhyasanam is for removal of viparita bhavana, to assimilate the knowledge gained through shravanam, Nididhyasanam. Therefore, both the purpose is different. Another important thing is, by Nididhyasanam, one doesn't become muktaha. Nididhyasanam doesn't give mukti. Why? Because shravanam had already done the job. Nididhyasanam is only for assimilating the knowledge, so that the person enjoys the meaning of the words what he had heard in Shravanam. The words which have fallen and just remained as words, now he will discover the meaning of it to be, he will already have discovered, he will own it, he will assimilate it, that to be oneself. Therefore, Nididhyasanam. Why this is said is, there are some views. Without Nididhyasanam, moksha is not possible. That we don't accept. Swamiji is very particular about that. Shravana matrena jnanam. Shravana matrena jnanam bhavati. If the person is an adhikari, then Shravanam alone gives him jnanam. So Nididhyasanam, to Nididhyasanam only a person becomes free is not acceptable. And there are discussions, there are arguments, and therefore we don't have to get into that, but we can understand that Nididhyasanam is only for the removal of viparita bhavana. With this chapter is over. The next chapter, Dhyana Yoga. It's aptly named Dhyana Yoga because it discusses the aspects of meditation. Certain aspects of meditation, and many aspects, and certain aspects are common for both. So that we will see in the next class. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyai Stavaihi Vedai Sangha Padakramo Panishadaihi Yaganti Yam Savagaha ध्यानावस्थित तद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुस्वरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। धन्यवादः।
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಹರಿ ಓಂ.